Hi, hello, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a great day. I want you to go grab a little drinky like myself so we can sit and sip and yap about some books. I have this cutesy little glass from Tashware today with my honey vanilla matcha latte, and it's delicious. So I thought for today's video I would film like a 4-day reading vlog, and I'm going to try to attempt to read 6 hours a day for the next 4 days and kind of do like a deconstructed 24-hour readathon, because I just don't have the mental ability to stay up for 24 hours straight and read a book. See how much I can read between now, Thursday, January 16th, and Sunday. I thought it could be fun to attempt to read for 6 hours a day. So I've already started today, and I have left 4 hours and 22 minutes. I've been reading for 2 hours this morning because I don't work in the mornings on Thursdays. So grab like a little stack of books that I think I'm gonna read. I am already reading A Sky Beyond the Storm by Sabah Tahir, and I'm really enjoying this so far. I'm probably 30% into this last book in the Ember and the Ashes series, and I'm sad to see it go, but I'm very excited for it. So this is obviously the first book, and then I'm debating picking up one of these book two of the Once Upon a Broken Heart series, so potentially gonna pick that up. I have a whole stack of like books on my TBR right here, so maybe we'll tick one of those off, but as of right now that's the goal. So let's go read a little bit. Peace, baby. Have been listening while I was bedazzling Fourth Wing again, because I haven't kept up with it and I haven't done it since like 2 months ago. So I've been doing that and sipping on my tea. I made some chamomile tea with frozen cherries and blueberries in it. It's really good. My favorite little nighttime concoction, and I just got this mug for Christmas. So, my little update on A Sky Beyond the Storm is I'm enjoying this, and I'm curious to see which way that the series is going to end. I have read 249 pages today in the 6 hours that I was reading, which is insane. So I read a little bit this morning, and then went to work, and then came home from work, showered, got ready for bed, all that. But here's the update on my bedazzling. So I filled in all these spaces down here, over here, and then started some of this stuff up here. So I'm really liking it. I definitely think I'm gonna do like a little review once I finish this and the series. Highly will recommend it to anyone. It has like the high stakes as like Throne of Glass, if you've read that, but there's a lot of supernatural beings like jinn and this theory behind like the waiting place and like where our souls go before they're passed on and who helps you pass on and like all that stuff. So I don't know, I'm really liking it. I just read this line and I'll have to read it to you because it's just so good. It says, "You are broken, but it is the broken things that are the sharpest, the deadliest. It is the broken things that are the most unexpected and the most underestimated." And that reigns true. So there's literally like so many gorgeous lines in this. Hold on, there was another one I read earlier today. Oh, and this is another one that I was just like, oh my gosh. It says, "Or perhaps she's simply beautiful, and looking at her feels like sunlight flowing into a room, lost to the darkness for too long." Just her writing. This one's really good too. "For me, Elias, desire is not simple. It is not shelter. It is not warmth. It is a fire that offers no light, only heat, remnants and consuming. The longer you deny it, the hotter it burns. You forget shelter. You forget warmth. There is only that which you want and cannot have, the desolation that follows." I don't know. Her writing is just beautiful. All the lines, like even when you're listening to the audiobook, it's just stunning. Like you are so immersed in these stories, but the audiobooks for this are just so amazing. 3 narrators that narrate each of the characters, and it just, you are like inside this story. I think I have around 200 pages left. If you want a very high stake fantasy series, this one is definitely for you. And I just keep looking at like my next read, the Ballad of Never After, and I'm like, again, if you guys watched my last video, I'm like, war, fairies. Even though that one's not about fairies, but like, you know, like girly, like cutesies. And then this is like, anyway, I hope you guys had a great day, and I will talk to you tomorrow. 6 hours officially done. She is not afraid to kill off characters. And that, like, is depressing. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Survive the storm? Not me, bestie. Not me. That was so anticlimactic. Oops. It is now Friday, and let's update a little bit. I am 82% of the way into A Sky Beyond the Storm, and I have so many thoughts on it, surprisingly, and I'll go into a little bit of depth in a little bit about the series, but I've hit this like lull, like we're about to get to the war that all of the books are leading up to. But now we're finally there. And it's just like, we're like, I don't know. It's not intriguing me, and it's not holding me like the other 3 books have. The audiobook, stunning, amazing, spectacular. We love her. But like, there's just one of the characters in particular is just pissing me off so much. And I'm like, come on. Like, go into this romance. Like, I want these 2 characters to end up together, but one of them is just being so stubborn. And I understand their predicament and like their life and how it has gone, but I'm like, the other character wants it so much. I want it so much, but like, this character's just being, I don't know, they're just grinding my gears, okay? Like, I don't know. It's quite frankly really irritating me, but I don't know. I was watching earlier today while I was reading it, I was rewatching Hallie's videos, and hold on, I'll pull them up so you can see them. 2 months ago and a month ago, she did 3 reading vlogs with the 4 books in this series in them. So if you want someone that's gonna deep dive into them a little bit more, you can go and watch her videos. And these are the 3 vlogs. And I went back and rewatched them to see like her thoughts on the entire series, because I watched them when they came out, and I was like, I need someone else's thoughts right now because of what I'm feeling. And she kind of feels the same way based off of her YouTube videos. But if you want to watch someone else's YouTube videos of deep diving into this series, like, definitely go watch Haley's, and she's my favorite. I am about to go finish this, and I have 4 hours and 19 minutes left for the day, and it's 2:20, so I definitely think I'll be able to do that. According to Libby, I have 1 hour and 25 minutes left in the audiobook, so we'll see. I have this little jar, little mug that my grandma got me for Christmas with TBR books in it. And I did these a long time ago before I got any books for Christmas, so I'm going to rewrite some of the books in here, specifically standalone books or second book in the series or books in the series that there's only like a first one out of, so we can pick our next book. Because as much as I would love to read this right now, I don't know if this is the vibe, and I'm kind of debating if I want to save these 2 books for next month and read them around like my birthday and like Valentine's Day. So that's a possibility right this second, is to save these 2. I feel like they would just be like, I don't know, they're like pinky, like the vibes are vibing with Valentine's Day, you know? So I might save these for next month. I'm just not 100% sure. I guess it'll just depend on how I'm feeling after Onyx Storm. I thought that would be fun. I'm going to turn on the audio for this and rewrite some of these books. I don't know if I should just, there's just so many. There's literally so many of them. I think according to my Fable app, which I went through and added every single book on my TBR into there, according to that, I have 87 books on my physical TBR, minus like ARC copies that I have. So that's amazing. Spectacular. We love her. So I'm going to unwrap all of these and pick out the ones that I have read, pick out any series that I'm in the middle of, and yeah, so enjoy. little bit of my coffee left, and a new book done. So I just finished this, and I have a ton of like mixed emotions on it and how I feel. I really enjoyed this series, and I think everyone should read it. I just don't know highly how I feel about the ending, and that's okay. You know, like, stuff happens, okay? So I will update you guys like at the end. I think I'll just do like a little clippy of like how I feel on like all the books that I read, however many that I do end up reading, or like give you like a little update at the end. But I just wanted to let you guys know that I did finish this. And we're gonna pick my next read because I have 2.5 hours left and it's only 6:30. So I want to read a little bit more tonight. So let's pick something up, okay? Ooh, I'm excited. I pulled Heavenly Bodies. And this is actually on my winter TBR. So that's exciting. I'm excited. So I'm actually generally kind of excited to read this. Okay, sorry, my camera just decided to rudely tell me that it was out of storage, specifically the SD card, and then proceeded to not let me do anything on it, even though I was erasing the footage. We have beef right now, but here are the babies. They are so beautiful, and I can't wait to read them. I think it'll be really fun. I've heard really good things about this book, and Kayla actually gifted me this one last year for my birthday, and then obviously I have the Fairy Loot one because it's now traditionally published. So I'm subscribed to Fairy Loot's, I think it's like Romantasy. And then I'm a part of Libro FM's influencer program, and they actually have the audiobook for it, so I'm locked and loaded. But I think this is fun, this little jar. So I don't know, maybe we'll read this. Maybe I'll start The Ballad of Never After, or yeah, The Ballad of Never After. I guess we'll see. But I still have 2.5 hours left to read today, and I plan to do that. With that being said, let's go read. I have the thunderstorm sound playing on my Hatch alarm clock that I got for Christmas, and like the ambiance. I have my Scent Lab vanilla candle under the candle warmer right now. I have a glass of peppermint tea from Trader Joe's, and I am about to start Heavenly Bodies, and I'm so excited. I actually, like, on my Hatch alarm clock, I have it on the thunderstorm setting, but then you can add like colors to it, and I turned on Aquarius, obviously. If you guys don't know, I'm an Aquarius. But they had like, hold on. Let me just influence you on this for a second. Okay, so like see I have it on thunderstorm right now, and then if I like click edit, I can go and I can choose from like all of these little settings. So like these are sunset colors, super cutesy, and then you can do just like a plain solid color. All of these in here are like fun little switchy-rooey ones. And there's Aquarius right there. I love her. I love the vibe. And you know what? It fits this perfect because like the vibes. We're reading a celestial book and stars and moons and sunset. I'm so excited if you can't tell, but I'm gonna go turn down that, brighten this up, turn on the thunderstorm, and get a little cozy. Get a little cozy. Anyway, let's go get cozy, okay? Okay, but to give you guys a little update, this girl, Alara, is so witty and like, she's spicy. She's a spicy quesadilla. And I think from my understanding is she has, I'm only on chapter 3, she has 3 types of magic, which is cool. Up till I think like 1 o'clock reading this, and then I left my timer on and it woke me up at 6 a.m. and I was like, oh, I forgot I was reading. But it definitely has held my attention and like held me in, and I am fully immersed in this story, and I'm excited to see how it plays out. Hi, hello. I wanted to give you guys a little update on Heavenly Bodies. So I have finished reading for 6 hours today, and I read a lot. Like I read quite a bit, but I did not finish Heavenly Bodies. But I am almost done. I think, let's see, 100 pages left exactly, which shouldn't take me too long. So I definitely am going to try to finish. It's midnight now. I'm gonna try to finish this now. If I don't finish it, I'll finish it in the morning. With where I'm at in here, we just got like kind of a small like betrayal, and I'm kind of hurt. My heart has been like breaking. I'm really liking it. It is kind of slow, but it's very high stakes, and the chapters are incredibly short. Like, some of them are like 2 pages, 3 pages long. Like, they go by in like the blink of an eye. So like, you're reading it and each chapter is something different, but it goes by so fast, obviously. The audiobook is just amazing. So I am going to go read this a little bit more. Just wanted to give you guys a little update. So it's now Sunday, and to be honest with you, besides finishing Heavenly Bodies this morning, I have not read. Well, actually last night I finished this, and in the clip you'll see I picked this up and I read a chapter of it. Put it down. I'm not like in the reading mood today, and I have 4 hours and 20 minutes left. I would be happy if I read half of that, so I am going to pick this up and read just a little bit of this. I think if I pick up the audio, it will entice me to read more. I don't know. Sometimes the gears aren't turning and physically reading just doesn't work, so if I start with the audio, I think I'll be good. So I think I'm going to do that. But I wanted to give you a little review on these two that I finished, who like just happened to like match perfectly. We'll start with A Sky Beyond the Storm. I have a little notes app pulled up. I loved this series and it was very good. First 3 books were like my favorite ever. Like, they were just so fast paced, so like and captivating. I could not put them down and I loved them. Like, constantly wanted to read them. I think after every single one I wanted to pick up the next one like almost immediately because I just loved it so much. But this one just fell a little bit flat for me. Now, I listened to the audio on all of these books, and the dual narrators and the 3 narrators that they had total for like the 3 main characters, and then even the narrators that they had for other side characters that had like little point of views here and there. Obsessed. Audiobooks on this series, Infinity Stars. Like, the audiobooks are insane. Okay? If you want to pick up an audio in 2025, pick up this series on audio. Trust me. Just like whole series like incentive, like it very much gives Tower of Dawn vibes. If you've read Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas, specifically Tower of Dawn, like the desert-y vibes of it, like, you know, if you read that, you would understand like what I'm talking about, what I'm putting down for this series. There is romance in this book, but it's primarily fantasy, and the romance takes like a side plot, like, and the romantic tension builds. It just builds and builds and builds, and you finally get a little snippet of romance here and there. Also, if you can hear my dog barking, I'm so sorry. One of the characters that I was in love with in the first 3 books. And I think I said this, like, they were just not acting like themselves, and I wanted more from them, and I just was so excited for their plotline, and it just like fell flat. Anyway, all the build up, like all 3 of the books build to this one, and this is like the war happens, but to be honest with you, like the war is in like the last 50 pages, and it just was like done, over with. Like, I don't know, like when I read the war scenes in like Throne of Glass or like Crescent City, like those ones were like chapters long, like pages long. Like this one, I just feel like we were building up so much to the war that the war like happened within a few pages, like 3 chapters, like 1 POV from each of the characters. So don't get me wrong, I loved it and everything, but like we were dealing with such hard like topics in the first 3 books, and like getting to the war, I was like, oh my god, we're gonna get like this huge war scene, like it's gonna be everything. It was big, but it wasn't like huge. So I think I'm gonna rate this 4.25 stars because, like I said, the audio just like carries this book for me. So definitely would recommend this series, but please check trigger warnings before you do pick it up. I picked this book up on Friday, read it for a little bit, and then finished it last night. Depending on how you look at how soon it takes you to finish a book, like I think I finished this in less than 24 hours because of the amount of time I spent reading it. So this is like enemies to lovers, celestial, all the vibes of like with magic and gods, but the gods are the stars, and like specifically like the zodiac star. Right off the start of the book, you literally dive right in. Like you dive right in, you get no backstory, like nothing, and I loved that. Alara literally gets kidnapped, and like that's where it takes place, is her in the back of a wagon like getting kidnapped. So both of the main characters, Alara and Enzo, are so like witty, but specifically Alara, she's so fun. She just like speaks her mind. Anything that comes right to her mind, she's like on the page. Like, I'm gonna say it right now. So I loved that, and I loved her and Enzo's relationship. They are like enemies to lovers, and that goes a long way for how this book ends. Like when you say like enemies to lovers and then how it ends, the yearning, like everything about this book was just so delicious. I loved it. Definitely worth it. I will recommend this to everyone. I will recommend this forever. Like if you love romantic-y books, pick this book up, please, I beg. I don't want to say much else because it's like gonna spoil it, but I think you'll love it. Also, I have another note on here that her maiden was a glamorer, and it was like giving ACOTAR. She glamours her all the time to go out so they don't know that she's the missing princess. Because yeah, I don't know if I said that. Alara's a princess of her home. Yeah, it's just her and Enzo like pretty much training and building up to kill the star and all that stuff, and all the challenges that they face, and there's a few ballroom scenes, a few training scenes. I can't specifically say like I can't put my tongue on like where this would like take place. If I could like combine it or like tell you, like it gives vibes of this and this, because it's just so simply unique with like this, the star vibes and the celestial vibes and everything like that. It was beautiful. I will just say that. Like I said, I have 4 hours left. I'm probably gonna pick this up for a little bit, not too long. I am just so excited for Onyx Storm. That's like the only thing I can think about, and that's the only thing getting me through today and tomorrow's shift. I already know it. So, you know what? I'm not gonna stick to the 4 hours. As long as I read 2 hours, I think I'll be fine. If I don't, update you guys again later about this. Thank you guys so much for watching. Literally goes to show you that I could never do a 24-hour readathon because my brain is just like dead. Like after binging these 2 books, there's no thoughts going on. And then especially for the fact that TikTok literally got like banned but it's back up. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. I can't wait to share more with you. I'm gonna try my hardest to vlog as much as I can over the next week of Onyx Storm. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a great day. I hope you have a great week. Happy Onyx Storm release week. And I will see you guys later. Peace, baby.